A running back who once led the nation in rushing as a young college player was among 3 players signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers on Tuesday. Lew Nichols, who had 1,710 rushing yards in 2021 while playing for Central Michigan, joined the Steelers a week after he was waived by the Philadelphia Eagles. The 5'10", 220-pound Nichols has yet to appear in an NFL game since the Green Bay Packers made him a seventh-round pick in 2023. Also signed Tuesday were defensive tackle Dominique Davis and tight end Kevin Fulch. Davis, a 29-year-old former Division II college player, has 2 NFL regular season games of experience. The 6'2", 326-pounder is back after he spent the past 8 months with the Steelers before his July 25th release. Fulch also played at the D2 level, totaling 16 touchdown receptions at New Haven, and has bounced around 5 NFL organizations, but has yet to appear in a regular season game. The new trio takes the roster spots of Cordarrelle Patterson, Montana Lamonius Gregg, and Jeremiah Moon. Patterson, a veteran kick returner listed as a running back, broke the news of his release Monday. Lamonius Gregg is an undrafted rookie receiver who was signed off a May tryout, and Moon appeared in 13 games for the Steelers last season as a backup outside linebacker and special teamer. Lamonius Gregg and Moon were let go via waived/injured designations. There's a new award coming to the 2025 NFL Honors Ceremony, the NFL Protector of the Year. For the first time, the league's best offensive lineman, voted on by the Associated Press, will receive recognition with the Protector of the Year award. Unfortunately, the Pittsburgh Steelers are already lacking representation. On Tuesday, NFL.com's Nick Shook released an article outlining the top 10 candidates who could be in line to win the award in 2025. Despite receiving All-Pro buzz this offseason, Zach Frazier's name was nowhere to be found. To be fair, this is a prestigious list, highlighted by names like Penei Sewell, Trent Williams, and Lane Johnson. Some of the top interior offensive linemen on Shook's rankings included Chiefs center Creed Humphrey, Colts guard Quentin Nelson, and Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum. Frazier earned brief recognition as one of 6 offensive linemen in the also considered category. Pittsburgh Steelers center Zach Frazier could be a candidate for the 2025 Protector of the Year award. In 2024, Frazier exploded onto the scene with a tremendous rookie campaign. The West Virginia product and second-round pick earned a top 5 grade among all NFL centers, and with ex-Lions center Frank Ragnow retired, Frazier could climb even higher in the center rankings. Frazier received a trial by fire in his first season with the Steelers. In training camp last year, center Nick Herbig went down with a season-ending injury, and Frazier found himself on the field sooner than expected. He didn't disappoint. Despite the jump from the Big 12 to being an NFL starter, Frazier used his powerful 11-inch hands and impressive wrestling background to manhandle defensive tackles at the point of attack. This led to a 77.9 overall PFF grade as a rookie, accompanied by an outstanding 80.5 run defense grade, good for 4th in the NFL among 37 qualifying centers. From very early in his first season, Frazier established himself as the anchor of the Steelers' new-look offensive line. Now entering year 2, expectations are sky-high, and Frazier has Pro Bowl aspirations. It's hard to say how the Protector of the Year voting will be distributed. Based on other individual NFL awards, we would have to assume that Frazier would need to be part of a good offensive line unit and an efficient offense in order to stand a shot at the award. We can't blame NFL.com for not listing Zach Frazier as a top 10 candidate for the 2025 Protector of the Year award with so many deserving offensive linemen across the NFL, but the Pittsburgh Steelers cornerstone could put his name on the map as one of the best interior offensive linemen in the league with a strong second season. Like racehorses waiting to exit the starting gate, the Pittsburgh Steelers players are raring to go in anticipation of their first padded practice today. This is the first session of what Mike Tomlin calls football-like work, with full contact in a controlled environment. Every player who's already spoken to the media today has conveyed a similar message. Second-year ILB Peyton Wilson summed it up nicely while speaking to the media. "We've been playing in underwear," Wilson said via 93.7 The Fan. "Now it's time to see who the real football players are." "I'm ready to play some daggum ball, hit Jaylen Warren a little bit," Wilson told ESPN's Brooke Pryor. "This is what you look forward to." He has nothing against Warren, but he's the top dog in the running back room at the moment, so that's who he wants. Wilson was one of the names that Tomlin singled out for his most anticipated matchups once the pads come on. He wants to see how he holds up against RB Kenneth Gainwell, who excels in pass protection and route running. I'm sure he'll get his chances against Warren too, but Wilson called himself one of the best cover linebackers in the world. He needs to back that up against Gainwell. And he needs to prove his physicality coming downhill as well. Veteran W.R. Robert Woods has been a part of many different training camps in his lengthy NFL career, but none as physical as what he's about to experience in Latrobe with the Steelers. He had a simple message for the WR room. "Don't be soft is the main thing," Woods told 93.7 The Fan. "I would say go out there and be physical. Obviously, the defense is gonna hyped, but don't ever turn the heat down." Woods says that the pads coming on changes nothing for him, but he is one of the clear veterans in a WR room that is young overall. Roman Wilson will be participating in just his second padded camp practice after getting injured early on in the first one last year. Today will be a test for him and a hurdle to overcome as he works to earn a significant role on offense. OG Mason McCormick's game is best defined as nasty. He hopes to bring that same demeanor to today's practice in pads. "There's no more thinking about what would happen," McCormick said via Post-Gazette Sports. "We're going to see what would happen." The high temperatures at camp have already caused tensions to run high with a couple minor skirmishes. We will see if today brings more of that with full contact. Mike Tomlin is counting on it. The Pittsburgh Steelers made one of their first signings of training camp when they signed Chuck Clark to a deal following a workout on the outset of training camp. With their defensive back group having the biggest unknowns in terms of possible success and chemistry, the Steelers sought to bolster the room by signing Clark. As it turns out, Clark was not the only player that the Steelers looked at when it came to their workouts for their defensive core. With free safety being a concern for the coming season, it makes sense that the Steelers were looking at a plethora of players, one of which being a former divisional rival in Marcus Williams. Williams is currently an unsigned free agent after 3 seasons with AFC North rival Baltimore Ravens. During the 2024 campaign with the Ravens, Williams was benched twice during the season, on Week 8 and Week 10. He would not play in the last 5 games of the season despite being healthy, signaling a decline in his production. Williams was released in March of 2025 despite his contract with the Ravens running through the 2027 season. Williams is currently 28 years old and was drafted in the second round of the 2017 NFL Draft by the New Orleans Saints. He would spend 4 years with the Saints before signing with the Ravens. With the signing of Clark, it is unlikely that Williams will be called on by the Steelers anytime soon. The team is still in need of help when it comes to the secondary, but they are likely looking at more star power than what Williams currently offers at the position. They may call on him, but it would likely have to be due to injury to a current player.